Hey, good morning, friends. It's so nice to see you. I'm Christiana Gaudette. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's Monday. That means it's time for the three-card weekly reading. I'll do three cards for the collective and then individual cards for those who ask. We are starting off this morning, yay, with a super sticker from Claire C. Claire C is a member of this channel. I really appreciate your monthly support. And Claire, I appreciate your support of this broadcast. Super chats and super stickers are ways that you can show your support for a particular broadcast. Membership is a way that you can show your support for this channel. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green. And Jeannie Mnuchin, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. I dropped the link, and this is for all members. I dropped the link right in the chat for tomorrow's live stream. It is interesting that for whatever reason, it is not easily showing up in the upcoming live stream. When you go to the YouTube page, my YouTube page, what I did though is I just put it up as a featured video. So if you are a returning visitor and you go to the page, you're going to see it right up there. It's also in the members only playlist and in the live tarot webinar playlist. So you can find it in both places. I will also put it in the Global Tarot Circle Facebook group. Now, I want to talk to you all about the Global Tarot Circle Facebook group. It's a group on Facebook called Global Tarot Circle, and we talk about, we do some of the exercises that we do in our classes here, and I post links for what's coming up. That's really the primary thing there. But I want to change its name because it's about more than Global Tarot Circle. I started it when Global Tarot Circle was the only regular live stream I was doing. And now I do a whole bunch. And so it's a channel that really reflects what we're doing over here on YouTube. So anyone who has a great name for it, please let me know because I need to change its name. All right, so members, 7 p.m. tomorrow. Find the link on the Global Tarot Circle page. Find it when you come to this site. It's the featured video. If you're a returning visitor, find it in the members only playlist or the live tarot webinar playlist. And you'll notice as you're going through all of this that I now have the links for our classes and meetups up through the end of June. I personally get applause for that. Yeah. I don't put up the weekly live reads. I don't put up those links really until that day. And that's because the schedule can change depending on my schedule. All right. Happy to see all of you. Glad that you are here. Thank you so much. I also want to remind you, if you look in the description for this video, you'll see a lot of useful links, including how to easily make an appointment with me for a reading, including, let's see, what else? Class. We have class on Thursday. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Get a ticket for class on Thursday. You can join us in person here in Palm City or online on Zoom. Personal Healing with Tarot. How to use tarot as a tool of healing. This is a really important class. It's a 2-hour class. After the class, you get lifetime access to the video recording of this class. So get your ticket now. It's a $40 ticket. And the link for that is in the descriptions. Also links to take pre-recorded classes on Card and Craft Academy. And also links to purchase my books on Amazon. So do all those things, but make sure you get that ticket for class for Thursday. Would love to see you there. All right. Let me get to those 3 cards for the collective. Let me know how they resonate for you. And then we'll get to single cards for individuals. If you happen to be watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. Whatever resonates for you is what resonates for you. If you hear a message that makes sense, whether I'm reading for someone else or it's the 3-card reading, go ahead and take that as a reading for you. Same for all you who are here with me today. If you hear something that I say to somebody else, if it feels like it's also a message for you, go ahead and take it that way, because that's how these sort of group readings tend to work. All right. I'm shuffling. And forgive me if I'm lacking imagination today. It is Lightseer's Tarot once again. I just love this deck so much. And if I'm like, what deck do I want to use today? And there's nothing that really comes to mind. And I'm looking at my tarot shelves and it's nothing that grabs me. I'm going to grab Lightseer's because it's so good. And I think it shows up really well in video because it's so colorful. So 3 cards for the collective for the week. Let's see what we got going on here. The first is the Empress. The second, the 4 of Cups reversed. And the third is the Hierophant. Well, what do we want to do with that? You know, when I read for the collective, it's very hard for me to stay away from sort of making comment on things going on in the world, which I sort of try not to do because I try not to be too political. We all have our own ways of seeing things, and I want to be respectful of that. But how can you see the Empress and the Hierophant together and not talk about systemic misogyny? How can you? And do I think we can dismantle systemic misogyny in the next week? No, I don't. But I do think there are places and times right here, right now, this week, where we need to raise our voices wherever we are in the world in favor of recognizing that cultural norms over many centuries have developed in ways that do not honor women. And we've been making the best of that situation for a long time. And the power structures are in place all over the world to keep it that way. And maybe it's time to raise our voices against that. Okay, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. What else can we see in these cards? Well, I think there is so much here about nurturing your creativity. And, there's some question here like, do you have a, Padre, I've been thinking about this all weekend, right? Right? Thanks for being there with me on that. Yeah, absolutely. So, on a more personal level, when we see these cards, creativity, specifically in the workplace, does your job allow for your creativity? And where are you able to be a leader? Where are you able to be a creative leader in your workplace as an artist? In what way can you be creative? In what way can you be a leader? And how can you do that despite obstacles? To move past obstacles as a creative person and as a leader. There's that here too. All right. Melissa, what a very strong and poignant statement for the collective, right? Right. Yeah. Von Ray, I feel you. We need to speak up and stop being docile about it. I agree. I agree. And that's what I see in these cards. But again, I also see a call to each and every one of us toward leadership, toward creativity, toward overcoming obstacles. And that's here in these cards as well. All right. Let's see what we got here. I will take these in the order that I see them. And thank you all so much for being here. Carrie Donick, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is your card for the week. The Lovers Reversed. I think this week you are kind of coming to terms with the idea that you are getting ready for a relationship and worried that you're not going to be able to find a good one. Now, I'm not saying you're going to find it this week, but I am saying stop worrying, love yourself, create a life for yourself that you love, and all the pieces will fall into place, I promise. Okay, Claire C., good morning to you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for starting us off with a super sticker. Really appreciate that. Claire, 8 of Pentacles reversed. I feel like this week, like it's just sinking in for you that you really are retired and that the rest of your life is in front of you and you can do what you want. And what do you want to do? And you've been thinking about that. And I feel like this week it's really going to sink in. The power of it is going to sink in and you'll find some good answers for yourself. Melissa Grosso, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Here is your card for the week. The Knight of Swords reversed. Be on the lookout this week for difficult rogue employees. I hate to say that, but there it is. Also recognize there may be ways this week that you feel like things are just moving too slowly, not going the way you want them to. Be clear about what you can speed up and what you can't speed up, what you have to put up with and what you don't have to put up with. Ooh, did I just predict a hard week for you? A challenging week, but go back to that 3-card weekly reading. Be creative and be a leader. Okay, Jeannie Mnuchin, so nice to see you. I hope you see that I dropped the link for tomorrow's class for members only right here in the thread as well. And thanks for asking for it. Hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, Jeannie, thanks for being a member here. Temperance. Look at this. Do you know that in some other decks, this is literally called art? And, you know, this is all about finding your balance, finding solutions to problems, and finding your creativity. There have been some things recently that have sort of been challenging to you as an artist. But this week, I think you're really going to find a nice groove and things are going to move forward really, really nicely. Very good. Hey, Robin Renee, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using the members only emojis. Here's a card for you. The 4 of Pentacles reversed. So, Robin Renee, remember what you were doing. You were not doing just for your good, but for the good of all. And there'll be some real evidence of that even this week, that what you are doing is important for everyone. And that motivates you, and let that motivate you this week. All right. Martha Vink, so nice to see you. Here's a card for you. Glad you're here. The Page of Pentacles reversed. Are you still in school? Did you take a break from school? This is sort of like the unwilling student. It's also a sense of like really have to get it together to start something new that's coming up for you and not really feeling it. You know, like you are not feeling your energy right now. You need to do something physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually to get the motivation and the energy to do the things you need to do. Because you're feeling depleted right now and you got to hold space for that, but you don't have a lot of time to hold space for that. So do what you have to do to find your youthful energy and get thee going. Hey, Marion Newberry, how are you doing? Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member here. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Card for you for the week. 7 of Cups. So this week is a good week toward creativity. There's a lot of energy floating around about creativity. And, you know, the thing is, you have to shepherd your own brain. You can take your brain and let your brain take you to a very creative place, a very spiritual place, and that's a good thing. But sometimes your brain can go rogue and take you to dark places that you don't want to be in. So shepherd your brain to the place of creativity and spirituality, and you can do some really wonderful things this week. Hey, Julia Rogers, thanks for being here. Next request I see is Theresa Chase. And if we have people here who are new here, please do subscribe and hit the bell. And if you would like to ask for a card, go right ahead. All right. Theresa Chase, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here is a card for you. The King of Pentacles reversed. So this makes me think of your father. If your father is still living, it might be good to reach out to him this week. If he is not still living, I think he's reaching out to you, and you may be receiving some communication from him in spirit. One way or the other, there is something here about making a connection with your father. It may be about healing from something having to do with your father. It may be about remembering something in a joyful way, or both. But one way or the other, try to make that connection this week. Peggy Lou Levens, I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Here's a card for you, the 10 of Wands. Oh my gosh, so many burdens from the past, things you have to do now, things that you're dealing with. So much that you're dealing with, and that's every week, but it shows up particularly strongly this week. Breathe, try to take care of yourself, and recognize that there may be some things that you're carrying, that you're doing, that you're committed to do, that you really don't need to. And if that's the case, don't be afraid to let it go. Linda Armstrong, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Glad that you're here. Here is a card for you, the Emperor reversed. And I really think this week, you're going to be thinking about your sort of place in the organizations that you've built and have worked for, your place in society in that way. How do you want to do it? Where do you want to do it? What makes sense for you? How to make it happen? Who do you have to talk to? This is a week of strategic planning of leadership for you. And that's really important. All right. Hey, Marion Newbury, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. And Martha, you took a break from school and you are tired in every way. Yeah, got it. Makes sense. So you got to take care of that. Okay, Nalini, so happy to see you here today. Thanks for being here. You know, some of y'all, Nalini is one, Baby Cakes is another. So on with the emoji game. So appreciated. Lots of fun. Okay, Nalini, the wheel. Remember, change is always happening, and change can happen for the better. You've had a lot of trauma, you've had a lot of difficulty, and that makes it hard for you to trust that things could go in your direction. But I promise you they can and they will. Sharon Badger, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Trying to be more present. I hope that means not only in life, but here, because it's nice to see you. Sharon, 6 of Cups reversed. This week, you may have a conversation or some reunion with someone you haven't seen in a while. That could be a good thing. You may also spend some time walking down memory lane. And if it's fun and interesting and helps you and reminds you of who you are, that's great. If it's nostalgia that gets you thinking it was better in the past than it is now, get the heck off that. Don't do that. All right? Pamela Phillips, so great to see you. Thanks for being a member here. A card for you and for your daughter, yes, of course. Starting with you for your week ahead, Pamela. The Ace of Swords. This week, trust yourself. Trust your thoughts, trust your ideas, trust yourself, trust your ability to speak well, trust your way forward. Seriously, it's like the whole thing. Trust yourself. And for your daughter, in this week ahead, you know, this is going to be a tiring week. Take your time, eat right, sleep right. You may have a hard time accessing your creativity. You may feel like you're having a hard time being heard. You may feel a little overwhelmed. It's okay. Take your time. You'll get to where you need to go. All right. Hey, Joe Bethune, it's so nice to see you. It was great to reconnect with you and your friends a few weeks ago. Thank you for that. It is great to see you, and here is your card for the week. The Five of Pentacles reversed. Just when you think there are no opportunities, opportunities appear. Whatever it is that's missing from your life that you're looking for, do not think that you're not going to be able to find it. Do not think that it will not be here, because it will be. And you may get some signs of that even this week, so stay optimistic. Hey, thanks for the applause. Julia Rogers, appreciate that. Hey, Wendy Milano, nice to see you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. Glad you are here, and thanks for being a member here as well. I will absolutely get to your card, and thank you for your patience there. Hey, Kathy. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Kathy, you get death, rebirth, and it's reversed. So, Kathy. You know, this can be a card about being tenacious, about sticking to what's important, and it may be sort of advice for the week that if it matters to you, stick with it and don't let anyone dissuade you. On the other hand, if you are being stubborn about something, what is the difference between stubbornness and tenacity, right? Tenacity has a purpose, stubbornness doesn't. So look at both of those energies in your life and see what's going on there. Do be tenacious. Maybe don't be stubborn. Thanks so much. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Von Ray, happy to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using one of the members only emojis. See, if you're a member, you get to use fun emojis. It's true. All right. So, Von Ray, the Two of Swords reversed. This week, I think you're going to be making some decisions about your way forward. What you want, what's important to you, what your goals are. You've just achieved a really important goal. And instead of being like, okay, I've achieved that goal, you're like, okay, what's next? What's next? Good. Let's figure it out. What's next? This week, you're going to be doing some thinking about that. Feel empowered, so to do. All right. Angelic Michelle, so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I'm going to do Rosie Telser, and then I'm going to do you. All right. Rosie, Six of Swords reversed. There may be ways that you're feeling stuck, and you need to really look at that and say, well, am I stuck? And if I'm stuck, what do I do with that? And if I have a way out of being stuck, what is that way? Find your way. Think about what you can do and use your logical brain to figure that out. Okay, Angelic Michelle, thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. The Page of Swords. This week, be in your youthful self. Be willing to start new things. Remember what a good communicator you are and make sure you use your communication skills. Think about all the things that you're learning and know that you will be learning in an ongoing way. So being youthful, starting new things, communication and learning, that's what it's about for you this week, Angelic Michelle. Julia Rogers, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A card for you. Julia, you get the Four of Swords reversed. And I feel like you really need some time for yourself, time for rest, recovery, rejuvenation, and there's no time available right now. And so take little moments as you can, get what you have to get done this week, and promise yourself that as soon as you can take a break, you will, because you're going to need it. Chara Saddlemeyer, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member. And thanks for using a members only emoji. Appreciate that. A card for you and a card for Lucian. Indeed, yes. Okay, Chara, for you, the Queen of Cups reversed. I feel like you're doing a lot of work on emotional regulation and personal happiness. And these are things you can really think about. here today. Maybe take that class with me on Thursday, Personal Healing with Tarot, one way or the other. Your own emotional healing and well-being needs to take center stage this week, and you need to think about what you can do and what you are doing to nurture that. And if you're doing things that have the opposite effect, figure those out and stop doing them. How about that? I know, easier said than done, but still. All right, Lucian, the magician reversed. Lucian, it feels like you're not really in the mood to do your schoolwork this week. And it feels like there may be ways that you do not know how to use or access tools and resources that help you, whether those are external, like on the computer, or people you can ask for help, or internal, like within yourself. What are your internal tools to help keep you motivated? These are the things you want to think about this week so that you can stay motivated and do the things you want and need to do. All right. Sirius Shakir, so nice to see you. Sending love to you this week as well. Glad that you are here. Here is a card for you. The Seven of Wands reversed. This week, remember that you're not alone. You have friends. You have people around you. And you can ask for help when you need it. And you can have social interaction when you need it, whether that's online or in person. So just remember this week, you may be feeling a little bit alone. You're not alone, I promise you. Reach out and find your people. Hey, Samantha, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you for your week. The Page of Pentacles upright. Samantha, this week, ask for what you need. Do what you have to do to take care of yourself physically and financially. Be willing to learn new things. Be willing to communicate. Come at things from a youthful perspective. Just because something hasn't worked in the past doesn't mean it won't work now if you come at it from a different perspective. You can be your own savior. You can make things better for yourself, and you can find some ways to do it even this week. Hey, Deb Powers, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a new member here. We really appreciate you. Here is a card for the week. The High Priestess reversed. I think you're being hard on yourself. I think you're feeling guilty for things that are not your fault. I think you're feeling out of balance. Let's turn this right side up, my friend, and breathe and remember who you are and find peace within yourself. Do what you have to do to find peace within yourself. Do not be your own worst enemy. Seriously. Laria Caldwell, thank you so much for being here. Here is a card for the week for you. Nice to see some new names here. I hope you all subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell. Laria. Here is the Queen of Swords reversed for you. This week, you may have some difficult conversations or communication that you need to have. And you may not know how to do it. You may not know what to say. You may be afraid to say. Find your voice and do not be afraid to use your voice. Breathe, open the throat, ask for what you need, say what you feel. If people can't handle it, that's their problem, not yours. Seriously, find your voice. Clumsy Clairvoyant, so happy to see you. Clumsy Clairvoyant, here's a card for you. Queen of Wands, girl. This week, man, you be in your creativity, you be in your ability to nurture yourself and others, you be in your place of leadership, and you allow for growth. There is a real opportunity here this week to move yourself forward. Go ahead and take it. Marion laughing at the rogue brain. Yeah. And Theresa, your father has passed. Okay, so that's a message from him in spirit. Be open to communicating with him. Seriously, Theresa. All right, Jackie Masters, happy to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Jackie, you get the Five of Swords reversed. This week, try not to draw battle lines. Even if things make you feel like going to war, find compromise. Don't get your back up too much, even if there's reasons that you could or should. Find a way to communicate with people and work with people even when it's distasteful. You will win in the end if you do that. Okay. Hey, Kimmy R., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Kimmy R., you get the 9 of Wands this week. Patience, patience, patience. Whether that's school, home, family, friends, whatever. Be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with others. This is not an easy time. It will get better. This week, just do what you got to do. Be patient and know it will be okay. Hey, Horse Fan Dunn, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is your card for the week. Oh my goodness gracious, cards on the floor. Hang on a minute. Cards on the floor, but none of them landed face up. So that means clumsy reader, not jumper card. That's how I do it. So nothing there we have to look at. All right, Horse Fan done. 9 of Cups reversed. What are you not satisfied with? This week, think about where you're satisfied and where you're not satisfied. And when you think about the places where you're not satisfied, find solutions. Recognize there are solutions here. Some of the solutions may be difficult, but they're there. So find them. Really. You deserve happiness and satisfaction. Wendy Milano, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. You get the High Priestess right side up. This week, be at peace. At work, be quiet. Listen more than you talk. And if you're wondering how much you should share, share less than more. But on the inside, you develop your intuition, you develop your spiritual strength, you move yourself forward, you are on the right path. Julie Barrett, my friend, so happy to see you. Thanks for being here. You get the Magician. This week, I think you will find some tools, some inspiration, some information that will help you move forward in a really positive way. So be hopeful and look for what you need. Look for the tools, look for the information, and that will help you. Hey, Ashley, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you, Ashley. The Ace of Cups. Ashley, Ashley, Ashley. This week, keep your heart open. This could be about new relationships, new friends, new opportunities for love. It could be about renewing love in current relationships. It could be about that high vibration of unconditional love and how you want to move forward and lead with love. All of the above, lead with love. There you go. Julie Rogan, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Hope you're doing well. Here is a card for you. You get the Moon reversed. And I feel like there's a lot this week that is going to become clear for you about your path forward. You are certainly, you've dealt with some changes that you really didn't want. And it's, you've been in this place of just trying to deal with it. And I think you're going to get some clear signs this week of how you go forward and what comes next. And that's going to help you. And your spiritual path has been very, very helpful to you. It will continue to do so. Hey, Kathy, that's great feedback. Thank you. Peggy Lou, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Sorry you've been going through a tough time, but counting your blessings, not your bitches. Very good, very good. Okay, Julia, thanks for the feedback. Baby cakes. Nice to see you. There you are with your amazing emoji game once again. Here is a card for you. The Sun reversed. So, baby cakes, this week, pay attention to the good things. They may not be great things. They may only be good things, but good things can be good enough. So pay attention and enjoy what is. That's what you want to do. Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for being here today. Here's a card for you. Justice reversed. Betty, there are some things that are out of balance or unfair in your life right now. This week, think about it. What can you do to bring balance to the force? What can you do to make things more fair for yourself and for others? What can you do? You can always do something. Maybe you write a letter. Maybe you light a candle. Maybe you have a conversation. But one way or the other, this is a week to take action to create better balance and more fairness in your life. Amber A., so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Here is a card for you. The Devil. Amber, this week, think about what you're attached to. Is it serving you? Is it working? If it is, that's great. If it's not, it's time to let it go. Deb Powers. I just want to read your feedback here. Hang on a minute. Okay, very good. Thanks for the feedback. And thank you, Jeannie, for the feedback. Febborn, so nice to see you. Here is a card for you. Five of Pentacles reversed. You're the second one to get this today. So this week, look for new opportunities. Some things have not gone the way you wanted, but there will be new opportunities that will please you and make you happy, so look for them. Smile Soul 20, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Here is a card for the week for you. This week, you get the Ace of Swords. You're the second person to get this. This week, be willing to think about what makes sense to you. Be willing to trust your own thoughts, your own eyes, your own brain. Be willing to communicate what's going on here. So trust, using your brain, using your words, thinking about what you see and what's true for you. Pay attention. Okay, Peggy Lou, thank you for that. Wendy, yeah, I often associate the High Priestess with you, so there you go. Gemini Sun, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Here is a card for you. The Four of Cups reversed, and this was in our 3-card reading too, so it's especially powerful. Making the best of difficult situations. This week, you're going to find a lot of tricks and workarounds to make things work for you, even when things are difficult. And that's what you need to do. That's the name of the game. Raquel Revelta, Art and More. Thank you for being here, Raquel. Thanks for being a member here. Four of Wands. For you, great stability this week. Enjoying the people around you, enjoying your situation, being creative, feeling happy about what you got going on. So that's great. Now for Cassandra. Cassandra, also a good week. Cassandra feeling loved and supported and asking for help and getting help when needed. So both of you are a good support to each other, and both of you, I think, will have a good week this week. Okay, Christina R., nice to see you. Card for you and card for Karen Winkle. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Christina, Ace of Wands. This week, some great new things may happen for you, but also some things may happen that piss you off. So be careful about anger, but look forward to excitement and fun and inspiration. Look for those things this week. For Karen Winkle, who is a member here, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Karen, be confident in yourself and be confident in your situation. Trust yourself, trust what you know, trust what you see. Don't let people shake you off your stump. Seriously. Oh, Jackie and Betty, thank you so much for that feedback. Hey, JF, here is a reading for you. Two of Wands reversed. JF, you really want to think about your direction, where you're going, what you're doing this week. I think there were some plans or things you were thinking about for the future, and now it looks like that's not going to happen. So what is going to happen? Figure it out. It's okay. You'll find it. Allow yourself to dream and plan and set goals. Pamela's Insight. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. 9 of Swords. This could be a little bit of a tough week. There might be some things that you're worried about. There might be some things that are upsetting you. There might be some deep healing that you're working through, and that may not be easy. But hang in there. All will be well. Do not spend too much time in your own head. Nesty, thank you for being here, and thank you so much for being a new member here. We're really happy to welcome you. Here is a card for you. The 3 of Pentacles reversed. If you're working a job this week, it might be a hard week at work, and there might be some changes at work. If you're not working a job, this may be more just about your daily tasks and your weekly tasks, and maybe changing that up a little bit. One way or the other, whatever it is that occupies your time this week, there are some things that aren't working the way you want them to. See what you can do about making some plans for some long-term changes. All right, from my perspective. Oh, Pamela, thank you for that feedback. I appreciate that. And thank you, everyone, for the feedback. I don't always read it aloud, but I do see it, and I do appreciate it. All right, from my perspective, I've gotten everyone. If I've accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. Please do reiterate right now. Likewise, if you're here and you have not yet asked for a card and you want one, it's last call for readings, y'all. So I want to remind you, look at the useful links in the description. Get your ticket for class on Thursday. Book a reading with me if you would like. And please do like. I'd love to see you. Buy my books on Amazon. There's a bunch of stuff there for you. Check it all out. Okay. Remember, members, we have our members-only live stream. I put the link in this thread. I'll put it up on the Global Tarot Circle group on Facebook. You can also find it in the playlist, Members Only, and in the playlist Live Tarot Webinars. And it should also be what you see when you come back to this channel. It should be the featured video that you find right up there. So please do join us tomorrow if you can. If you can't, same link will take you to the replay at your convenience. All right. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. I will look forward to speaking with you soon. Thank you so much. Have a great week. Oh, Pamela, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Special thank you to everyone who did help out with a super chat and a super sticker. And special thank you to all the members. We'll look forward to seeing you all soon.